Yeah, I called my shot earlier during lunch. I was able to close a 22,000 square foot re-roof estimate. Wanted to bring a guy out there on Wednesday because they need to get their budget figured out for the next year. Looking at getting a full re-roof. I'm pretty excited about it. Was happy to call my shot.
I set an appointment for my roofing client in Little Rock. It was with an apartment complex that had 22 buildings. Lots of units leaking, the roofs look in rough shape, so she wants all of them looked at, and I think it's going to turn into a big opportunity for them.
Got one from my client out in Birmingham today. It is with a manufacturer there. Kind of just looking to see what we have to offer, kind of in that co-managed setting.
I got my second one for my niche medical client today. I spoke with the director of a hospital in Memphis. He was pretty open to meeting right away. They do use a company like us to some extent for some of their cases. So I got a call set up. I think it's the 28th. And my client's really excited about this one. So sounds pretty good.
Got a good one for our roofer over in the ATL. It's a manufacturer. They have 4 different buildings on site. It's about 200,000 square feet, give or take, through all of them, but they're looking to have the oldest building checked out, which is about 35-ish years old. They have some active leaks issues, so we're going out there end of the month, giving some quotes for repairs and even coating options.
Just got another appointment on top of the one from this morning. It's for my roofer in Oakland. Already spoke with them. They're super excited. It's a super large apartment complex. They have 17 buildings. It's around 350,000 square feet in total, and the maintenance director immediately said that he wants us out there. They're looking to get repair quotes and replacement quotes. All the roof material is the same there, so he said that we were going to check out one building and then go from there.
Pot's having a decent start to Monday. We got a few proposals and meetings on the board, so I'll start, but got one out for my central PA client. It's 46,000, looking like it might be a pretty quick turnaround as they're looking ready to move in the next couple weeks here. So hopefully that one will close. And then for appointments, got one out in California this morning, about 10 minutes away from my client. Active leaks, active issues. We're heading out Thursday.
My solar client in Portland got out 2 proposals. One of them had 3 different options, ranging from 260,000 to 630,000, and then the other one was about 480,000.
I just got off the phone with a director of facilities for a private school. They're going to be looking at re-roofing part of the building next year, multiple different sections, so we're going out on Thursday to meet with them.
Yeah, I got one right at the end of the day on Friday for an IT client in Vancouver. About 300 users. They're a hybrid, so they're looking to see what we can do for them, so it should be a good appointment.
Yeah, Anthony got one for careers. Talk about it, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I got a banger for my Indianapolis software client today. So I've been chasing this lead for like over a year now. It's been a very long time. This guy just loves to yap my ear off. But essentially, it was always like a big timing thing. They were always understaffed, wearing a lot of hats, stuff like that. Finally got this guy. He referred me over to their operations manager. He was the one that was kind of overseeing all their maintenance decisions. They've had multiple meetings talking about wanting to do maintenance software, so it made sense. I gave that guy a call. He had a ton of questions for me. They were actively looking at multiple options. We're open to kind of starting off a conversation with us to see, you know, how our software is a bit different from the competition. So it's going to start off with a phone call and then go from there. My guys are pretty excited about this one, but yeah, it's a really good opportunity for us.
It was an assisted living facility. They had a unit that they needed to be replaced. It was an emergency replacement. So I set that original appointment up, I guess it would have been 2 weeks ago. On like a Thursday, and that closed in less than a week, so pretty good one there.
Just trying to keep my momentum. It's been a really good month, but nothing so far, but I will be calling my shot on my roofer in Colorado Springs, and you know, I think I'm also going to get one for my IT client in San Francisco, so we'll see how that goes.
Cloud's doing pretty good. I think Connor and myself are on the board for sure. I'm not sure about the other 2 now. That's all right. Afternoon's looking good for the other 2. I got an appointment for my client out in Birmingham today. It's with the owner of a trucking company. Was kind of done wrong by his last MSP. Definitely wants to hear what we have to offer. Currently handling everything in-house, but said he was open to change on that side of things. So it should be a good one for my client out there. And then I think Connor has one.
Got one for our client out in Florida. It's with an agricultural company. They're about 200 users, 18 servers, a bunch of locations throughout different states. Not actively looking, but he did say that they don't really have any locals on board in any location, so that's kind of the selling point. He said he'd be able to talk about it.
You know what you need to do, have a big afternoon. I'm personally going to be focusing a little bit in Columbus, a little bit in Houston. Should be able to snag one, hopefully two. But I know, some other team members of mine have a few that they could call some shots out for, so I'm gonna let them be talking.
I'm gonna call it in Miami. I have one that's on the border, just waiting for an email back, so hopefully I snag it.
I'm gonna call mine in Bradenton.
We're doing good. Pretty good ones are on the board today. Blake's on the board. I have this close. I had a good conversation for one of my IT guys. It's going to be an appointment in the next couple of months. It ended by him saying, yeah, let's push it off that time. That way it's closer so I can tell my IT company that we're not going to work with them anymore. So that should be a pretty good one in a couple months. But Blake's on the board today.
Yeah, I got one for my guy in Louisville. We're going out to get a re-roof quote on a 250,000 square foot facility. They had half done before. They're wanting the other half done. They're budgeting for next year, so we're going to get them a quote.
How much shop do you want?
Halfway to pod wipe already today. Dillon walked into a nice email happy, but I got a good one for an Atlanta roofer. It's a 50,000 square foot manufacturing building. That's just one of them. They have 3 other buildings. Just looking to get some coating options. So we're going out there end of the month. Check it out.
I got a feeling I'm going to get 2 for my West Coast clients up in Oregon. And I did get 4 on Friday. We had a team update, so I didn't really get to explain it, but I got 4 really good ones. 2 of the best appointments I think I've ever set yet working here, so I don't remember the details, but they were great. Full re-roof. Actually, I do remember. There's 2 strip outlets, and there's like 14 buildings for each, and they're looking to get eval servicing one and possibly re-roofs for like multiple buildings in each, so good opportunity.
Just got an email back from a guy I spoke with back in March. He was labeled as the facilities engineer for the local airport. So I spoke with him for about 8 or 9 minutes back then, and he just sent me an email saying how he was, how he's actually the facilities administrator for the city of Tyler, and sent me 6 different bids that he wants us to go out for. So we're looking at replacements for all those, and then a lot of them are gutter repairs as well.
I'll call it for Appalachia. My client in Pennsylvania. We'll get it after this afternoon.
We're doing pretty good. Ross got a pretty good appointment today. Me and Bob are having some great conversations. I'm calling my shot this afternoon for my upstate New York client. I got a bunch of really solid warm leads, conversations to follow up on.
So I got a good one for our client in Des Moines. It's a real estate agency. Talked to the IT director. He's planning on retiring. So he's getting everything in line. He's not looking at the end of this year, but end of next year. Wants to start talking to MSPs. Set it up to talk with him next Wednesday to get the conversation going. 100 users, 7 locations, looking to expand into Kansas City.
Madison just got one for the pod.
I got an appointment for my roofer in Florida. It's with a big rehab center. The roof looks old. We're going out to re-shingle a little building on the property, but hopefully it's a good introduction to make, and down the road, hopefully re-roof.
My cleaning client in St. Louis.
Probably going to call in on my Utah IT client. I'm waiting on a call back from a decision maker now.
I'm calling my shot for Atlas Roofing. I had a bunch of records I built there the other day, so hoping one of those can hit.
I think we've got 2 on the board this morning.
I got one.
It was an HVAC client. He was out in. Honestly, I forgot.
He said so many, dude.
I forgot, but I know he was HVAC. We had spoke with him before, but it had been a while, and I reached back out to him, repitched him. When I repitched him, I also talked about the guarantees. I didn't know if we had mentioned those. I think that's kind of what got him when I mentioned those guarantees. And we set up an appointment for this upcoming. He actually wanted to push it out like a couple weeks, but I was able to get him in for this Friday. And then I also included, I think it was like his co-owner, because I saw we spoke with him too.
Cool.
So I had, asked him if he wanted us to include him too. So we got both of them up this Friday.
Really, really good. Really good stuff. I think, generally what I'm seeing in the notes is anything pre-June.
we should be repitching with the revenue guarantees. And if they're even moderately interested before, I've noticed the reaction is significant interest in the second or third time we talked to them about it. So really good. Eddie, what do you got?
That's pretty much what I did. Was a previous conversation from three months ago or something. Yeah. I just mentioned the revenue guarantees this time when I was repitching.
Was it MSP?
Roofer in Illinois. But I've got it scheduled for tomorrow morning.
Ideally, if we can get them scheduled within 48 hours, the likelihood of them showing up is significantly higher than outside of 48 hours, right? And we do the best we can when you're scheduling over a weekend and stuff, we get that. But in the middle of the week, you're going to be shooting for 24, 48 hours, or same day. If Sam's available and available to take a call, a lot of those live transfers, I know Eddie's had some mixed feelings about the live transfers, but a lot of them do go really well if you get them nice and hot and bothered. That 45-minute contract call, get them on the agreement. Sam comes in there and mops it up after.
You just got to remember, like,
pretty cool.
The live transfers is like me either helping you get an appointment, or I go right into pitching a guy that becomes a deal and you still get credit for it anyway. Worst case scenario, I get off and I go, hey, no, it's not an appointment, but I'll give it my best shot, So you got anybody asking buy-in questions, just look over at me, get my attention, and just like, don't even hesitate. Just like, hey man, hang on a second, Sam's available. And you just send them. We'll see what happens from there.
That's it.
I'm here to help.
Nick, Sam, what else you got?
I'm gonna go get a St. Louis roofer tomorrow. I'm gonna get the wind
out of today.
Well, I'm gonna take the wind out of Nick's sales.
Yeah, I feel like you've had your chance, bud.
You've had your chance.
I got one on the calendar for today.
Are
they coming here?
No.
I called this guy
Might have
over
a
a week
chance.
ago. I sent him an email, called him while he was on vacation. Why? Because I did my homework and got his cell phone number. Called the owner. Called him today. I go, you remember me? He said, oh yeah, I remember you. Like, you got the time right now? I was already trying to take it from you. He's like, not really, but tomorrow midday. 1 o'clock work? Yeah, I can make that work. Got to accept it while on the phone. So I'm about to slap or whoever the hell you're talking to today.
They're going to all over the competition.
Good lunch.
This morning I just was working on blue collar roofing site. They told us last week that they want to launch as soon as possible, so I finished building up their services pages. And then I'm switching to Shadford's website. I need to add their job postings to their site, and then we have a meeting with them tomorrow to see what he thinks of the site and hopefully go live with it soon. And then I have some social media to do this afternoon.
I had a couple calls this morning with some clients discussing their websites, the status of the sites, when we can go live and everything there. Working on another one of our IT clients' websites, just updating his header. Got a daily recap social post out that's going out at noon today. And then got to get some social media out for some clients.
This morning I did my check-ins with clients that started this month, so like they implemented last month and the first dialing day was in August, so I did my checkups with them this morning. I've had some side tasks from reps and managers that needed list uploaded, and now I am working on a project that I should have started back in June, but I have been slammed and busy, so I'm working on that and we'll be finishing it today, and then I will be starting payroll somehow, somewhere this afternoon.
Still working on the reports feature. Just the last part of it is being able to export it to a CSV file. So I've been having some trouble with that today, but should be done by the end of today.
I've been working on getting the chart.js charts basically customizable and imported into our site. So basically builds off of the reports that Brigham's working on. I've got like the pie chart, the donut charts, bar charts, scatter charts, and line charts done. I'm working on the speedometer. They don't have a built-in feature, so I have to actually like go in there and really customize that one. So hopefully finish that one today and get started on the funnel chart.
I'm working on ticket allocations for the final week or two of Grizzlies. Our event is Saturday, August 30th, so it sounds like there's a number of people that can go, so that'll be fun. Enterprise Center tickets, getting those wrapped up for August, getting ready to send the September poll. And I'm also working on PTO for this year's grant, getting updates out to each person individually so they know what their balance is.
followed up on tons of emails I got 2 days out. It's amazing how many, all the food trucks have responded. So I filed all of that stuff away. My biggest project was getting my elevator information signed off on. So in a couple weeks we should be able to get that repaired, and then I'm going to make everybody use it. Non-use makes it go bad, so we'll see. But other than that, then this afternoon I'll just do some regular rounds and catch up with Laura and get some other things finalized. So that's it.
Got one for my client that is out in Pennsylvania. It is also with a manufacturer. They're about 80 users, looking for a co-managed solution, so should be a good meeting for them.
Got one today from my guy in Louisville. We're going to be going out to a manufacturing facility. It's about 250,000 square foot. They want a quote to have half of it replaced, as the last half was done 2 years ago. So we're going out, going to get them a bid on that and some small repairs just to start to make that introduction.
I got an appointment today for my HVAC client out in Connecticut. I spoke to the operations director at a church. They have 25,000 square feet, 10 total assets. She was very happy to be receiving my call. She was looking to get a preventative maintenance agreement in place. She was busy for the next couple of weeks, so we scheduled it for September 2nd to do the initial walkthrough and assessment.
Got a pretty good one for my digital marketing client in Nashville. It's with a dental office. I've been speaking with the office manager for a while now. She was meeting with the owner to talk about some of their options. They were working with a marketing firm that they actually just gave their 30-day notice for, and we've got a pretty good meeting to talk about SEO and lead generation in a couple weeks, so should be good.
I got an appointment today for my janitorial client in Baltimore. It's with a car dealership that's like 54,000 square feet. They have something in place currently, but are interested in taking quotes, so we're going to go out there next week.